Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Today we're going to talk about what you're thinking about and how to have that help you have a long-term health success mindset. So, did you know that one of the biggest problems we face is our mindset about our body and our health? And when we're constantly thinking about and saying negative things about ourselves, then we really don't have the space to find out what gets us what we want, right? Not just what we're supposed to want, but what fits into our lives and who we want to be. So, what is a resilient mindset? So, resilience is like that inner strength that it helps you bounce back from everything life is throwing at you. Kind of that jaunt off the path to start a new job. Um, like I just did, right? The challenges with your kids, the pit stops when you're in grief, someone passes, or a relationship ends, or you stop, a job, right? It's not about never falling down. It's about getting up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward. And you'll be more prepared for that next adventure, right? That's the resilience. Now, think of this with long term health success. Resilience is key because it's not about doing those quick, fast crash diets or extreme workouts. It's kind of building that mindset that keeps you going for the long run to create a lifestyle of health that you enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to keep doing it. Um, and believe me, it seems a lot like some of these things we experiment with are not things we would ever want to keep doing. So I mean, just like the first times I ever did intermittent fasting, right? There were times that I thought there is no way that I can keep fasting. And you know what? I was right. I actually shouldn't have been fasting during those times in my cycle, right? But now understanding that makes it much easier to start fasting again and when it's right for me for my cycle. Same with keto, right? You may think there's no way that you can go with this little carbs for the rest of your life. And you'd probably be right. Right? You want to figure out when it's right for you to minimize carbs. And a good way to start is based off your cycle. And you might think there's no way that you could ever go refined sugar free. But then you do it and you feel better, right? And then it's like, oh, yeah, it's okay for me to eat sugar. But when I don't eat sugar, refined white sugar, right? I feel better in my body. I don't feel as heavy. I don't feel as foggy. So then, you're okay then when you eat something that has sugar in it to then not go, oh, yes, I ate that. I enjoyed it. And I don't need any more right now or for the next couple days because it's not something that's going to help me feel good. I know that when I have less refined sugar, then I feel better in my body, right? Because your body is very adaptive. And when you find something that makes you feel good, then it's easier the more you do it. And then it's easier to switch back as well. So it's kind of amazing that your body already has this innate resilience, right? And you can tap into it. So, one of the ways to tap into it is by setting realistic goals. So, maybe you say want to lose some weight before a wedding or need to be lose weight to be eligible to do a surgery, right? So, you might then, in that goal, decide to stick very strictly to a certain plan that's kind of, given to you. Um, but that's not a plan that you probably will do for the rest of your life. So then, if there's not an event or other reason, then you want to make sure that you're allowing your life to be part of the picture and that you're not beating yourself up about not 100% following some plan that someone gave you, right? So if there's a party or a holiday, how do you want to treat your body? What lifestyle do you want? Do you feel much better without refined sugar like I do? Then maybe you just never really eat it very much, except on a special occasion. Do processed foods kind of make you feel bloated? So maybe you decide that you're going to make most of your meals with whole foods so that, you don't have that impact to your body. But then, if maybe you have a scheduled fast, like I often schedule what days I'm going to do fasting. And very recently, there was a day that I thought I would be fasting until, say, 2. And, right around 10, I was really hungry, like physical hunger. It wasn't, just a time frame thing. It was a physical hunger. And so I chose to eat breakfast, right? I didn't beat myself up about that because I had planned to fast until 2, right? I chose to eat breakfast at, I think, 11, which was fine, right? So what is your protocol? What are the rules for you that you want to have for your health based on listening to your body, right? Everything is a choice. You get to decide how to treat your body. And, when something is a protocol that you will follow 100%, or that's okay, and where that intersects, right? To not follow it. Okay, so now let's look at your goals overall for your health and what you want, and consider if they're realistic, right? So, especially back when I was a kid, I may have wanted to be a size 2, but my body structure would not allow me to be a size 2. Even at my lowest weight in high school, I was a size 10 back 30 years ago, and I was at a normal weight, or what they considered a normal weight. So now, say maybe I want to be a size 10, definitely attainable for my body structure. Am I willing to do what it takes to decrease my body fat by that much? Right? And right now, because I have a very full lifestyle with my new job, so some of the effort that I was putting towards losing weight is now focused elsewhere, right? And that happens to us a lot, right? We have, multi-passionate lives, many parts of our lives. So our focus goes to different places. It's not that I've removed my focus of decreasing body fat, but I've decided to continue with the efforts that I have of cycle syncing my fasting and sometimes keto. So am I going to lose a lot of fat quickly that way? Probably not for my body, but the efforts will continue to produce the slower results of fat loss that I am willing to accept for right now during this stage in my life. So will I ever make it to a size 10 again? I don't know. It would be nice, but I'm going to allow my body to help me in determining how much body fat I can lose with the processes that I'm putting in place for the lifestyle I want, right? So maybe I don't lose 6 sizes by the end of this year, but maybe I'll be there by the end of next year or a lot closer, but also, more in tune with where I want to be and something that fits my lifestyle, right? And this all happens though with consistent, resilient effort, right? I'm not going to be beating myself up every time I choose to do something that wasn't the plan. But I'm going to get back onto my process and my plan the next day. So the next thing to talk about is kind of the foundation of all this is self-compassion, right? You need to be compassionate with what you're doing. And as my coach told me recently, compassion is not stopping what you're planning to do. It's acknowledging how you're thinking and feeling, and then choosing what is right for you based on your goals. So maybe, like I did the other day, it was to fast for an hour or two less, but I'm not giving up. I still fasted until 2 the day after, which was my plan. Maybe it's you're low in energy and you end up, exercising for 10 minutes instead of the 20 you had planned. Or maybe you just choose to do exactly what you had planned, right? That is compassion, to make the choice based off what's going on for you. And then that resilience to love your choice and move on without guilt, without complaining, without shame, without beating yourself up, right? And that's when you start to understand there are no slip ups or mess ups, right? You're making a choice for yourself each and every time you choose to follow your plan or choose to not follow your plan, and how you choose to not follow your plan, right? With that potentially doing half of it or part of it. So you're responsible and you have the freedom and that responsibility to make the choices that are right for you and just continue on your journey. So that resilience comes from being mindful of what you're choosing to meet your realistic goals. So along the way, it's important to have people there that you can talk to when you're kind of lost in those thoughts that you're made to not follow your plan or that something in life messed things up, right? Someone that can help you see where you're thinking falsely about yourself, but that will also help you see where you're making excuses from fear as well, right? So someone you can trust to have your back for the goals you're going after and also remind you to have compassion for yourself and your life and what you want your lifestyle to be. So that's it, right? A resilient mindset for long-term health comes from understanding resilience, setting realistic goals for the stage of life you're in and the lifestyle you want, creating self-compassion that soothes you and keeps you moving forward, and then having a support system that helps you move forward but doesn't allow you to beat yourself up, right? I hope this was helpful. You can always come back here, remind yourself that you're moving forward at whatever pace works for you. I'm glad you were able to join me today. If you would like help with your health journey, comment below, email me. We can talk about your goals and where we fit together in your process, in your journey. Remember, you got this. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.